Good morning everyone. In this video, let's study the classification of connective tissue and the cells of connective tissue. What are the functions of connective tissue? It binds the cells together, it provides support and protects tissues of the body. What are the components of connective tissue? The components of connective tissue are the cells, fibers and the ground substance. The fibers and the ground substance together make the extracellular matrix. Let's talk about the cells of connective tissue. The cells of connective tissue are broadly classified into fixed cells and wandering cells. The fixed cells are fibroblasts, adipocytes, macrophages and mast cells. Now let's learn what are the cells which come under wandering cells. Wandering cells are mainly leukocytes. These leukocytes are granulocytes and agranulocytes. Under granulocytes, we have the lymphocytes and monocytes. In agranulocytes, we have the eosinophils, the basophils and the neutrophils. The next group of wandering cells are the plasma cells. These plasma cells are nothing but the mature B lymphocytes. These plasma cells produce antibodies. First, let's learn how to draw the fixed cells. So, the first type of cell is the fibroblast. The fibroblast cells are flat cells with many cytoplasmic processes. So the cells will have many cytoplasmic processes like this, and these are flat cells and there will be cytoplasm inside, and the nucleus are ovoid nucleus like this. So fibrocytes will be spindle shaped cells. The fibrocytes are something like a smooth muscle cells, okay, spindle shaped cells with the nucleus at the bulged portion. So these are the fibrocytes. This is fibroblast. Next, coming to adipocytes. Adipocytes are, here the cell will look washed out appearance because the fat globule which is present inside will be washed away during the preparation of the slide. So the cytoplasm will be pushed to the periphery. So we will see a thin rim of cytoplasm only in the periphery, and in the center portion the fat globules will be washed away and the nucleus will be pushed towards the periphery. It will be the flat nucleus in the periphery. So the cells will look like this. So adipose tissue, we can draw multiple cells close to each other with a thin rim of cytoplasm and a single peripherally placed nucleus. This is how we draw adipose tissue. Two types of adipocytes are there. Adipocytes which are present in white fat and adipocytes which are present in brown fat. The structure what we have drawn here is actually white fat. So how does the adipocytes in the brown fat will look like? The adipocytes in the brown fat are smaller in size when compared to white. White it is little larger. Then here the fat globules are multiloculated. So there will be multiloculated fat globules inside the cytoplasm, and here also the nucleus is in the periphery. So brown fat is present only in few places of newborns. Around 5% of the body fat in newborns are brown fat. As the age advances, the amount of brown fat will decrease. Brown fat is mainly responsible for thermogenesis. That's why it is more seen in newborns and it is not seen in adults. White fat is mainly responsible for long-term storage of energy. Next group of cells are macrophages. Macrophages are phagocytic cells. They are initially produced in bone marrow So from bone marrow, the type of cell which is produced is monocyte. This monocyte circulates in the bloodstream and it reaches the connective tissue. So there in the connective tissue, it develops as macrophages. So how does the macrophage look like? So these are little larger cells, rounded cells or ovoid cells. Sometimes it may have an irregular outline. Macrophages are large cells with irregular large nucleus. It will have some engulfed foreign particles and the cytoplasm will appear foamy. That is because of the presence of lysozyme. Next, coming to the last type of fixed cell is a mast cell. The mast cells are also produced in the bone marrow. From here, initially the mast cells are agranular in appearance, so it doesn't have granules. Then it reaches the connective tissue where it becomes granular. The granules will be seen there only once it reaches the connective tissue. These granules will release histamine substance. Okay, histamine substance. These histamines are vasodilator in property. So the histamine production is mainly stimulated by the eosinophils. So how to draw mast cells? Mast cells are small, rounded or ovoid in appearance. It will have the cytoplasm. Nucleus is rounded and it is seen in the center of the cells. And there will be many secretory granules. These secretory granules may sometimes even mask the nucleus. So nucleus may not be seen very clearly because of the abundant secretory granules which are present around in the cytoplasm. Now let's see how to draw wandering cells. Under wandering cells, the first cell what we are going to see is the lymphocyte. So lymphocytes are grouped as small lymphocyte and large lymphocyte depending on the size. Smaller lymphocytes are small in size. It has got very minimal cytoplasm and it has got a large nucleus which will occupy almost the entire cell, so that the cytoplasm is very minimal around the nucleus. Next, coming to the large lymphocyte, here the cells are larger, which has got more cytoplasm. Then the nucleus is having multiple lobes. So it is having multiple lobes connected to each other. So it is multilobulated type of nucleus. Next type of cells are monocytes. Monocytes are large cells with plenty of cytoplasm and the nucleus is kidney shaped. You can see the nucleus is somewhat kidney shaped nucleus. So this is the shape and the arrangement of nucleus in monocyte. Next, let's see how to draw these granulocytes. The first cell is the eosinophil. Eosinophil, the cells are smaller with lot of cytoplasm and a nucleus, and the cells will have many secretory granules. So these are acidophilic granules which are present throughout the cytoplasm. So these granules are the one which is responsible for activation of mast cells. Activation of mast cells. So that the mast cells will start releasing histamine. Next, coming to the basophils, here the cells will have large nucleus which will be bilobed. So there will be a bilobed nucleus, and the cytoplasm will have lot of basophilic granules. So in eosinophils we saw acidophilic granules. In basophils the cytoplasm will have lot of basophilic granules, so which we need to draw with hematoxylin. So these are many basophilic granules which are present in basophils. Next, the neutrophils. How to draw the neutrophils? The neutrophils will have characteristic multilobular nucleus. So it has got many small lobes which are connected to each other. So this is the neutrophil with cytoplasm. Then the nucleus will be highly segmented nucleus. So there are multiple segments which are connected to each other. So this is how the segmented nucleus of neutrophils will look like. Neutrophils also will have coarse granules. So it will have coarse granules. At last, let's see how to draw the plasma cells. Plasma cells are matured B lymphocytes. They produce antibodies. So it is somewhat oval shaped cells with peripherally placed nucleus. So before that, let us shade the cytoplasm. Next, we can draw peripherally placed nucleus, but there is a characteristic appearance of cartwheel shape in the nucleus. So in the nucleus, you can see the characteristic appearance of cartwheel shaped arrangement of chromatin. So the chromatin is arranged in such a way that it will look like a cartwheel appearance. So this is how we have to draw the wandering cells in connective tissue. Next class, let's study about the fibers of connective tissue. Thank you.